Stacey from Two Rocks Tarot, and today I'll be talking about the chakras, specifically about 2 decks and how I've incorporated it into something that's my very own. So the decks that I'll be talking about are the Sacred Mysteries Chakra Oracle and the Mandala Chakra by Laural Virtues Wauters. So they're the books that come with these 2 decks. And oh gosh, I'm running out. I've got all my colouring in pencils everywhere as well, so I'm running out of room. So this is the Sacred Mysteries deck. So it's a beautiful gold gilded one. I won't show all of the tarot cards. I haven't actually done I won't show all of the cards. I haven't actually done a walkthrough or anything like this, because what I decided, instead of doing walkthroughs, I mean occasionally I'll do walkthroughs, but I thought I would actually describe how I use the decks instead, because there's many walkthroughs on YouTube that we can all look at. So this is done on traditional. Actually, I think it's got a little bit of the blurb on the back. Oh gosh, I'm knocking everything over now. So in this is yogi traditions meet Western psychology to create an explosion of new insights for transformation. Now I wanted to know, I think I had a little bit on this, on the actual artist as well. So it's traditional. Okay, so it's traditional images. Now, I'm not going to pronounce his name right, I don't think. I think it's Sri Harish Dahari, Yanana yogi and temple artist who made annual pilgrimages from his home in India to California and Europe. So he brought precious gems of chakra wisdom and philosophical traditions of Ayurveda and shared them generously with his students. So they're very traditional, as you can see from the image in this actual deck. The backs are just gorgeous as well. That's the backs. So as you can see, they're very traditional. It's a beautiful deck. It really is. But to use it, I mean, it's got at the back of the book that you can. It's got a couple of like the Chakra 7 card spread, which I don't think I've actually done. So it's got some spreads in there as well. It's got examples of it. The Chakra 8 card spread, 10 card spread, Celestial Chakra spread. I'll have to try a few of them. But when I was mucking around with Stick at the first time, it was pretty hard to read. How am I going to say? It was not hard to read. It was hard to sort of have it all gel together, for want of a better word. So when you're looking at, I'm just going to show you a page there. Oops, there we go, letting go. So it's got connecting with the oracle. It's got keys for interpretation. It's got the thinking process, pathways, spirit, little feelings, big emotions, some keywords, and how it's the third or Manipura chakra, the power chakra, and that's in the red. So it's got all that there, but I find for myself that when I'm doing a reading and you lay out the cards and then you read all their meanings to it, your mind gets overloaded, and it wasn't really gelling with me. And then I found, of course, through Nina. So both these decks are 2 decks that Nina made me do it. and then she was on about this Mandala chakra. And when ages ago now, when I went to her house, I saw it. So I've actually edged mine in a beautiful burgundy. And that's the backs of the cards. It's absolutely a gorgeous deck. And so this is what these ones look like. So these are the oh gosh, hands are everywhere. So that's the star. I want to just get some of the different ones if I can. Some of the animal ones. I must have had these in order. It's unusual for me. So there we go. We've got like the jaguar for the sacral chakra. We've got the hummingbird for the solar plexus. We've got, I mean, you do have the sacral, you do have like the normal images that you associate with the chakras as well. But what really appealed to me was the animals on this particular deck. It really spoke to me, because I'm a big animal lover. I mean, I'm a pagan, so of course, you know, I'm right into sort of animals. You know, it's got the tree branches and things like, you know, things of that nature. It's a very nature-based chakra deck, and I absolutely love it. I truly do. Just want to find some more animal ones. I wonder why I had them in the... Here we go. There's the root chakra of the serpent. I'm wondering why I had it in order. I must have going to be doing something with it. But anyway, you get my drift. So it's got a lot of animal ones in these particular ones. I thought I had more, actually. Oh, I love this one, the soul tree, the tree of life. They're really stunning. It's beautiful cardstock. It shuffles. You know, it's very it's buttery. It's matte. The colours are bright. They're cheerful. It's truly a beautiful deck. Soul body. I love that. Look at that. I mean, Nina's done a walkthrough of this, so if you wanted to see all of the cards, go and pop over onto her channel and have a look at it. I love the crown one. It's just, you know, it was just beautiful. But when I saw about the animals in it, I thought, oh, you know, this is it. I don't know. This one appeals to me more visually than the traditional one of all the Indian images on it, and that's just who I am. I mean, I still think that the Sacred Mysteries one is an absolutely beautiful deck. I mean, look at that. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Really beautiful. I think it shows better on that side. Oh, not really, but it's a stunning deck. It's truly beautiful. I wasn't gelling with the images. So I've been after the Animal Speaks rune for a long time, and you know, I did finally buy them. And that's by Ted Andrews, who unfortunately is no longer with us. He's passed away quite a few years ago now, but you know, his wisdom leads on. But when I brought this, the runes, so it comes in a beautiful little red bag, and basically you can just shuffle and pick out a rune. I haven't actually done a walkthrough of that either. I'm kind of over walkthroughs. Every now and again I'll probably do one, but I'd really like to show people how I use them. But when I actually bought these runes, people were raving on Amazon about the Animal Wise, and it actually goes into more detail than the little book that comes with it. So it actually got mythological animals as well as in it. But what really piqued my interest was when I got to this actual chapter here. I hope you can see that. Now this is the spirit, the inner totem pole. So spirit animals for your chakras. So can you see that there, how it's all got the spirit animals? And I thought that was what really resonated with me. I thought that was absolutely bloody fantastic. So just to give you, say for the crown chakra, so he's got colours as violet, purple, crystalline white. I mean, it all depends on yourself. We do have all these associated colours, but sometimes, you know, we're all different and we see things differently. So he's got fragrance such as frankincense, sage and musk. The gifts are initiation, devotion to higher causes, increased wonder, protection, helps strengthen creative imagination, you know, and so on and so on. The gist of it is that each chakra is represented by an animal. So, you know, and I just want to show you, like, it really, you know, he really goes into the animals. There's a cockatoo there. So he really goes right into detail. It's absolutely fantastic. And that really piqued my interest. So because I walk every morning, although I have been a little bit slack since I've been sick, I haven't been walking as much. Basically because when I get up in the morning, we get up at 4:30 because my husband has to leave for work at 5 o'clock. And I used to go for a walk as soon as he left, but now here in Australia it's really dark. It's like pitch black out there, so I have to usually wait around till 7 o'clock or 7:30, and by the time that comes around I can't be bothered. I know it's terrible. And another terrible reason is there's so many people now because of the COVID. There's so many people out there walking. It really annoys me, and it sort of kind of disturbs my peace, you know, but anyway, I'll get over it. So it got me to thinking, when I walk, the animals that I see and how they resonate with me. So I just found, pondering along with all my walks. So for my the earth star for the chakra, I've chosen the bull ant. So when I walk, so they're completely black where I walk, and they're often solitary, which is a funny thing. Usually when you think of ants, they're all over the place. But this particular bull ants, when I go, they're out early in the morning, they're foraging for food, and they're so strong. I mean, we see amazing, I mean, I'm always amazed when I see these guys, how they pick up, 10 times their weight and carry them with ease off to their nest. So I thought that would be really good for the feet, for the Earth Star chakra, because they are just so strong, and you couldn't get anything more supportive than that. And then for the root chakra, for me, is a Slater bug. Now, in Melbourne, we call them butcher boys. I don't know why, but it's connected to the musculoskeletal system. That helps us feel grounded and safe. Trust represents the serpent that sheds its skin and releasing knowledge and receiving. So these little guys actually do molt from the back half first. And as you can see in the picture, they curl up when they defend themselves. So when we feel tense, it's usually in this area, and it throws out our whole body. So that's in the root chakra. And I know if I've been sitting too much in this particular chair, my back kills me right around that area. Once that's not, when it's out of whack, So I thought, for me, I've always got fond memories of butcher boys when they rolled up. Used to roll them along not hurting them, of course, but, used to roll them along on the concrete and things like that. So I see a lot of them out as well. So that's what I associate now with my root chakra. And then with the sacral chakra, I chose the butterfly. It's the reproductive system, place of creation, pleasure, sexuality, fearlessness and peace, and the element is water, but it balances the sacral feminine with the sacred masculine to make peace with ourselves. And I thought, when I get nervous, I get butterflies in my stomach, and sometimes actually when I do a really good reading, when I'm reading my tarot cards and I get that feeling in my stomach, I know that I've hit the nail on the head. And I've always associated with butterflies, and butterflies are transformation. They're transformative. They take off in ways that you never thought. And I thought that is absolutely perfect for the sacral, because that's how I feel. I get butterflies in my stomach. And a lot of people get that too. They get butterflies, but that's particularly where I feel it. When I'm doing a good reading or something like that, and I just thought it was perfect. So for the solar plexus, which is the kookaburra, which is the stomach area, so even though I've got the butterfly at the navel, that's actually kind of where I feel it, not really low down. I feel it up that way. So for this is vitality, confidence, joy, courage, and the element is fire, represents the word of the mythic. So I chose kookaburra, as the laughter is a great healer to all ills of life. Even the mythic part suits this well, as early settlers thought the kookaburra were demons laughing at them when they were in the forest. So for me, I thought that and you do, when you have a good belly laugh, you feel better. So I've chosen the kookaburra. And for the heart chakra, the energetic place of our infinite soul, compassionate, unconditional love, element of love. With this chakra, I've chosen all of the pets that I have, all of my beautiful pets that I have owned and loved in my life dwell in here. So they hold a piece of my heart, and they live on in my love for them. So here you can see two of my special pets that I talk about a lot. My cat Blackie, who lived to 22, and of course my beautiful Oscar, who unfortunately we lost in October last year. But I've got many, I've got photos of all the pets that I've owned. They're all around me. So I thought that was very fitting to have all of them, because each and every one of them brought something different to my life and healed me in ways that I could never explain. So I thought for the heart chakra, all my pets stay in there. So I thought that was perfect. And then, of course, there's a higher heart chakra, was about there. And I chose the magpie for this one. I absolutely love when I go for walks. So when I actually go for walks, there's lots of kookaburras and lots of magpies that are singing around. And I thought that their lightness of heart reflects the miracle of each new sunrise. They lift the darkness, revealing the light in the form of the beautiful colours of the first dawn. The higher heart chakra is the etheric heart, which is an area which intent originates. Some books refer to this area as the thymus chakra or the high heart chakra. It connects the emotions of divine love, compassion, and truth and forgiveness with the area where language originates, allowing you to speak from the heart. The thymus or thymus chakra is located in the upper chest, just above to the right of the heart chakra, between the heart and the throat chakras. So I just want to talk a little bit about the thymus. This is associated one of the earliest glands that develop in the fetus while in the womb. This gland is related to the immune system and has within it the patterning for your DNA and your karmic design for this lifetime, including past life information. It is also called the thymus chakra, and it's about selfless spiritual love for the great divine spirit. This chakra's meaning is all about the concept of divine love in a transcendent spiritual sense. So it relates to feelings, divine love, compassion, forgiveness, and release of fear. It relates to Christ consciousness and the bridge between your emotions and your intellect. This chakra location creates a strong sound healing in an etheric body and aids communication. Now, I don't know, Ashley leaving from the school of, I always forget hang on, I just want to get what it is, from the Love and Light Healing School. She often does this before she does anything with crystals, is she lightly taps her thymus so you can help you connect with the crystal energy. I just thought I never saw that before, and I never heard of the thymus until I started following her, which I have been for many years now. So I thought that because the reason why I chose the magpie too, because in Aboriginal Dreamtime, they were the ones that actually brought the sunrise. Because apparently in the Dreamtime it was all dark, and people, they said that the Aboriginals used to crawl on their hands and knees, and the magpies got together and thought how they didn't really... they didn't like it, and they wanted to have some light, and they got some sticks, and they pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed up the darkness until the sun burst through, and they were so happy that they burst into song. And that's why these are the first birds that you often hear when the sun rises, is the magpie. So I just thought that was beautiful, and that's from the Dreamtime Oracle that I've got. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's full of Dreamtime stories, and they're so beautiful. So that's what I chose for the higher heart chakra, just the sheer joy as well. Now for the throat chakra, I chose the willy wagtail, because the willy wagtail is about gossip, messages, the vocal system, communication, truth, storytelling, and the element of air, and how, to use our words wisely, because what we put out comes back to us. Now the willy wagtail in the dream time was a bit of a trickster, because if anyone who's seen a willy wagtail, how they sort of hop and jump and wag their tail, and they kind of look at you as they're wanting you to follow them. And the indigenous people would warn their children not to follow them, because they'd say that spirits would get them in the forest or the bush, I should say, for Australia. But I absolutely love willy wagtails. We get lots of willy wagtails on the fence, and they're always... I remember when my cat was still alive and she got quite deaf in her old age, and she'd be walking in the garden and they'd be screaming at her because she must have been close to the nest, because of course she couldn't hear, and they're hopping all around her and everything. So I really, really love I love all the animals, so I really love the willy wagtails. And then for the third eye chakra, which of course is our inner knowing, our intuition, dreaming, the element is ether, I chose the rainbow lorikeet. And I'm going to just share a story about the rainbow lorikeet. So in the dreaming from the Bilberman people of Western Australia, Mila, the rainbow lorikeet, or perhaps the crimson-winged parrot, a similar bird, was once a disabled girl who was teased by the other children. One day, upset at the taunts, she confides to her father her dream of being a beautiful bird able to fly free. Her father consults with the elders, and they consult with the Great Spirit. As the sun rose, her father consults with the elders, and they consult with the Great Spirit. As the sun rose, the elders stood in a circle around her, and with the power of the Great Spirit, she was transformed into a beautifully coloured parrot. If a gorgeous rainbow lorikeet graces her dilemma... I'm reading, I've read the above line. I think it's a little bit too close together, the words. So if a gorgeous rainbow lorikeet graces you with her presence, Remember her ability to overcome disability and find creative solutions to your dilemma. These birds often hang upside down to eat or while climbing, so a different perspective is very possible with any lorikeet. Humour is a gift too. These birds may emphasise perceived disabilities in your life, and things may seem really unfair or limiting. Yet as the rainbow lorikeet, there are options and a chance to create something radically new and exciting. Rainbow lorikeets at dawn or any time are a powerful affirmation of transformation and the transcendence of negativity, of crossing boundaries and venturing into the unknown. These glorious birds are a beautiful symbol any time you encounter them. So what I've done, and it was way too big to actually do that, I've laid out all the chakras like so. And then what I have done is I've shuffled and cut the cards, and I've chosen a card for each chakra. So I've chosen a card from the Mandala chakra, and then I've done the same for the I always forget the name of this one, for the Sacred Mysteries chakra deck as well. And so I've laid them next to an outline of of the. Well, I would like to have a proper, a body outline, but we'd have to have it like my size, and I'm pretty sure my husband wouldn't like to be stepping over it in this room. But that's what I do. So I pull a card for each chakras from each deck, and I lay it next to it. And I also, what I'm going to do with these pictures that I showed throughout the video, I'm going to print them on probably just even print them at here at home, and put them next to it, so I'm reminded of what I associate my chakras with, the animals. And this is something that I used to just pull out 2 cards and keep them next to my bed, but it's not, when it comes to chakra work, it's not something that you can do daily or even weekly. So I think that when I lay out these cards, I want them for at least a couple of months, or until I feel that what I've pulled out has come to pass, or I've come to pass, and I can't think of the word, or things have materialized, things have happened that I've predicted in the cards that I've pulled. So that's how I work with these particular cards. And, I can always, I could always pull out an animal speak runes. I look up the actual meanings in the Animal Wise book as well to give me further insight. So even though, it's got Jaguar in this particular one, and she has her meanings, I can look up Ted Andrews and see what his meanings are to get further insight. So that is how, in a long roundabout way, that I'm working with the chakras using these 2 very different chakra decks. I really, really enjoy it. It makes sense to me because I'm so animal and insect orientated. I mean, I don't kill anything. If there's a spider in the house, it's I sweep him up gently. I actually brought a proper long handle broom and brush so I can sweep them up and put them outside. I really detest killing anything. Even flies, as annoying they are, I'll try and chase them outside. So for me, this works absolutely perfectly to learn the chakras like this. It just really resonates with me as well. And of course, I can add crystals as well to the layout, but I don't really need to, because the way I work with crystals, I have a look at my shelf that you can just see peeking out from the corner there, and I pick out whichever couple that I want to work with, and I just put them on my bra, or I wear them. I've always got crystals on my person, and I've got a heap next to my bed as well. So I just thought I'd share that, because I know there must be other people that struggle with chakras and with working at them and finding new innovative ways to do so. So for me, because I'm so animal orientated, this was the perfect way for me to do it, is to use Ted Andrews' books. I found my own insects and animals for each of my chakras, and then I just lay a corresponding card to all of the chakras, and I will print them out and probably clear contact them to make them a little bit stronger, and just lay it out. Where I don't know, because unfortunately my husband and I, we share the same desk because he works from home on Wednesdays. So I'll have to find a spot that I can leave them undisturbed, and I haven't even got enough room on my crystal shelf either, so that remains to be seen. So probably what I'll have to do is just take a photo of them. No, I don't even want to do that. I'd rather have them laid out, because I don't know about you, but I like to see things visually, so I might get some, I might have find a little table or something that I can actually just have it set up and look at, and you know, look at it each day and absorb the energies. So let me know if you've liked this particular video, and what I should say, let me know your thoughts on this, and see if it resonates with you. I just thought that I would share it because I myself just really couldn't connect. Even though I'm a crystal therapist and I work with the chakras, it still wasn't quite, you know, you use the, you know, you do chakra balancing with the crystals and so forth, but when you're wanting to really get deep into it, I think for me, cards always work, and they always work. But because it's associated, you know, with the animals, I couldn't really resonate with the image, you know what I mean? But working with it this way, it really resonates. And so I just thought I would share it in the hope that some of you out there might like to try it with your chakra cards, and just and looking at chakras in a whole new different way. So until next time, this is Tracy. Please press the like and subscribe button and hit that notification bell, and I shall see you all again.